Turbo Lover? I cried when this song came out.
Turbo Lover is awesomely bad because Judas Priest was the quintessential metal band for so many years. And then they came out with this album and this song that sort of sounded like Judas Priest light.
This is the point that Judas Priest tried to expand their sound.
How do you tone down a brutally heavy metal band? Bring in the synths.
They synthed it up, and it didn't work.
Roaring heavy load, we shatter and explode. How did we not know this band was gay?
Let's just consider Turbo Lover to be the first episode of Queer Eye for the Metal Guy.
I feel really bad because I'm a huge Judas Priest fan. It's almost like bad mouthing my mother, you know, but people make mistakes.
What makes this an awesomely bad song is the chainsaw guitar riff, man.
And everybody knows nothing gets chicks hotter than a lumberjack.
Come on, the chainsaw, the whole bit, that's hilarious. Yeah, it's bad, but it's so bad it's good.
I think once you use a chainsaw in a song, you're kind of forced into writing about lumberjacks, which is not a rich sort of fertile ground for lyrics, I should think.
Some bands write about, you know, having sex with groupies, and these guys write about what they know, cutting down trees.
I ain't jacked my lumber, baby, since my chain saw you. Come on, man, what is that? I ain't jacked my lumber. We know what you're talking about, baby.
This is like the Sunset Strip Chainsaw Massacre, except what got killed is rock.
When people make fun of non-hair metal, the making fun version always sounds like Grim Reaper See You in Hell.
Steve Grimmett, the lead singer, doesn't know where to stop with his vocals. The chorus of See You in Hell is so repetitious that ultimately I think it drags the song itself down to hell.
I'll see you in hell, and I already know it's going to be playing.
You're not going to get a love song out of Grim Reaper, and you didn't get a good song out of them either.
At the end when he says, I'll see you in hell, I mean, how long is that note? Oh, hold on a second. Hello? Well, it's a pretty long note.
Cierto que las bandas más valoradas e intocables...
This is awesomely bad because, first of all, who would bring their daughter to a slaughter? Like, would anybody really do that?
Oh, yeah, here, take my daughter. Yeah, why don't you go kill her? Yeah, great, Iron Maiden. For Iron Maiden, I think this was their attempt at a love song.
Bring your daughter to the slaughter, the worst euphemism for sex that I've ever heard.
It was their way of maybe sneaking a little bit of a pseudo-love theme in there. You know, we're going to talk a little bit about having sex, but fear not, we're going to kill him when we're done.
What's that lyric? Bite the pillow, make no sound? What is this, a song about prison?
So unchain your back door and invite me around. All of a sudden we're singing like it's a porno. I don't understand where that's coming from.
I mean, granted, this song is just about and that's as close as you're going to get to a love song with these guys.
I don't think Iron Maiden has a love song ability in them. I just don't think it's something they can do.
When you hear that the name of this song is Higher, immediately you think of some kind of a drug reference. Which clearly it's not. This is all about religion and everything else that a metal song shouldn't be about.
This ain't no metal song. It's a song of hope and inspiration. This song make you want to succeed and graduate summa cum laude, valedictorian. 'Cause I don't want to leave the comfort of this place.
Here's one of the lyrics. At sunrise, I fight to stay asleep because I don't want to leave the comfort of this place.
Most guys at sunrise, they're metal dudes, they haven't even gone to sleep yet. Scott wants to stay asleep. He wants to be in this warm, cozy blanket.
It's like, I'm still sleepy. I want to stand far away from all the critics. I'm pulling the God covers back over my head.
You know, it ain't very rocking. Creed's Higher is what you call a guilty pleasure, really. There's a lot of people who have it in their closet. They went up to their buddy seeing next to their AC/DC albums, but someone was buying them because 10 million sold.
Green Jelly, Three Little Pigs is awesomely bad for the fact that you don't put a nursery rhyme to heavy metal music.
The song, it's really hardcore, the riff, like, dun, 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 and you're like, you get into it, and you're like, wow, this is gonna be pretty cool, and it's like, let me tell you about Three Little Pigs. It's cute, but it's not metal. I give him props for, like, squeezing his balls and getting up that high, but it's very annoying.
I'm your worst nightmare.
They bring in Rambo to destroy the bad wolf. What the is Rambo doing in here?
Fairy tales and metal songs, it's an interesting mix. It would be like a cake with salmon. At first you go, ooh, but then you go, huh, and then you go, yeah.
And the moral of the story is that fans with no talent can easily amuse idiots with a stupid puppet show.
It's an awesomely bad metal song first of all, because it's Ace Frehley singing.
Ace Frehley, I think, as a singer, makes a great guitarist. At first, he's talking about drinking and driving and just being in all these bad places in life, and then comes the chorus, and you're like, huh?
Who are rock soldiers?
Rock soldiers are a very specific militia group that started in the 1800s. They hung out mostly and drank beer and listened to cool music. They didn't so much fight as they did just sort of rock.
If the devil wants to play his card game now, he's gonna play without an ace in his deck.
You would think that by this point, Ace was sick of all the card game jokes. To use the card game ace in your deck thing in this song really made this awesomely bad. Because you don't play off your own name. That's just too cheesy.
He's Ace. He's the spaceman. He's 1/4 of Kiss. You gotta cut him a break.
Back and told you so.
En las 40 canciones más.
Ronnie James Dio songs are usually about evil and dragons and things that only 12-year-old boys might be scared of. And in this song, he takes it completely over the top.
I could see him out there with a wand and wearing a wizard's cap and just singing his song, The Last in Line. It's silly.
We're all born upon the cross with a throw before the toss. He's combining Jesus with baseball there. That's nice.
It rhymed. That was enough. The session was running a little late. Come on, we're all tired. We need to get back home to our girlfriends.
We're the hand that writes and quickly moves away.
So I'm writing, and I quickly move away.
That's hardcore metal. Check it out.
The Last in Line is one of those dramatic heavy metal songs that at the time seemed awesome, but with time became bad.
What's more metal about a 5-foot Italian guy throwing the devil horns at you and singing about dragons and evil and rainbows? Nothing.
Guns N' Roses' Estranged is an awesomely bad song because you had Don't Cry, you had November Rain, and those were great songs. And Estranged just sounded like a weaker version of the other ones.
Sometimes when a band is so big, they kind of do these arrogant missteps, and this is a classic example.
It's kind of like nobody wants to see Titanic 2.
Like Axl working out his problems. He's got a broken heart. He's lonely.
Dude, you're part of the biggest band in the world. Women just like literally just send you their vaginas in the mail. And you're complaining.
The other thing about Estranged that makes it so bad is you get 6 or 7 minutes into it, you expect a guitar solo. Instead, there's this kind of long, rambling keyboard stuff.
I don't need a piano solo in a metal song. This is not an Elton John song. It's not an Alicia Keys song.
There's something appealing about Estranged, even though it's awesomely bad. Because it's overblown, it's ridiculous, it has plenty of flaws, but it's still Axl Rose, you know, wailing and screaming, doing what Axl Rose does best. And you gotta respect him for that.
Al regresar.
Japanese-made heavy metal is like
American-made sushi. It just doesn't taste good.
The problem was that these guys didn't speak English. It didn't come across that they really understood what they were singing.
Heavy metal isn't supposed to make you laugh your ass off. But when I heard Loudness, Crazy Nights, I blew milk out of my nose.
Loudness opened the door for Japanese metal bands to come into the States. And then after this song, we closed that door, and we bolted it several times.
We are the best will kick you in the head. When I'm listening to a song by a band called Loudness, I want to feel as though I'm being repeatedly kicked in the head. Nice work, Loudness.
The best thing you could say about these lyrics is that they may have made sense in the original Japanese.
MCA! What the hell is MCA?
Maybe they're just practicing the English alphabet. I didn't know what was going on.
If you're coming from another country and you're trying to hit it big in America, you might want to write a song that Americans can understand. It helps.
Well, first off, the title, Smooth Up In Ya. I'm not exactly politically correct, but that's just really gross to me.
There's no double entendre there. I'm taking it, and I'm gonna put it smooth up in you.
Mark Turenne was trying to imagine that he was this David Lee Roth waiting in the wings, that he had the voice of a chicken being strangled.
It's like all screaming and high, but it doesn't have that like sexy lower tone that David Lee Roth can achieve.
Oh, I send shivers.
It's the kind of shiver where you're like, ugh.
I don't want someone singing to me about like how they're going to send shivers down my spine. It just takes one date. I don't think so. It's not going to smooth up in me.
Balls to the Wall is an awesomely bad metal song, mostly because of the imagery of testicles on a wall.
The most awesomely bad thing about Balls to the Wall by Accept is the lyrics. They make no sense. The reason is that the band, who are from Germany, didn't know how to speak English. You may screw their brains. What? Hello? I don't even know what that means.
You may rape them all. It's just in terribly poor taste.
Udo Dirkschneider is 4'11" and he wears camouflage. If he wants to sing about his balls, let him. He doesn't have a lot to be happy about.
Imagine AC/DC, but just take all the wit out of it, and that's Balls to the Wall.
The only good thing about this song is that it's an excuse for fans to yell out balls in public. And that feels good. Man!
Slaughter's Up All Night is an awesomely bad metal song because it is the quintessential fist pumper. This is one of those songs that you just gotta do this. And this isn't cool.
They started writing this song like, that's so good. Up all night, sleep all day. That's what we do.
They talk about prowling the streets, looking at the moon. Where are the parties? Where are the women? Have these guys really ever been up all night?
Up all night, sleep all day, it doesn't leave a lot of time for, I don't know, writing good songs, trying to come up with something different from 500 other bands.
Mark Slaughter's known for that high-pitched, whiny vocal. He goes, ah! And it's probably the most non-manly scream of all time.
Slaughter basically tried to take a really whippy song and by, you know, shouting and pumping their fists, make it seem like it's a metal song. But it's not metal, it's just crap.
A continuación. Give It To Me Good by Trickster. Come on, it's so upbeat and like happy and like, yeah.
No song can be this upbeat and be metal.
The music in this song... Excuse me, I just threw up in my mouth.
There's a lot of things about this song that are not very metal. There are lyrics in here about, like, my father was a teacher, and he taught me, like, some lesson. So you've got to give more than you take. right? This is the most unmetal piece of advice I've ever heard. The song should be like, my father came in and we both lit a dog on fire. Boom, metal.
Me, I'm just a rocker, ain't got much to say. And really the song proves that that is true. Trickster, they ain't got much to say.
Oh, see.
What You Got is a bad song. That's what you got.
Felix's Rock You is an awesomely bad metal song because you don't try and make a metal song with a cheerleader chorus. This is metal. This is not junior varsity football.
Come on, get up and move if you want to. The lyrics should be like, I'm taking you whether you want it or not. That's metal. Metal is not if you want to. If you could just sign this release, that'd be great.
When they tell you to get up and move, I'm just probably not going to do it. I don't like taking orders from my rock songs.
And the way he sings it, it's like he's trying to sell you on the idea of rock. You know what you need, kids? Rock. It's new and improved. Like, I'm listening to the radio. You don't need to sell me on the idea of rock. You need to actually rock, which, of course, he doesn't.
I think it's safe to say that we never need to hear another heavy metal band write a song about how hard they rock, how they will rock you, and how great they rock. All right? There's enough of them out already. Stop with that.
A ver, aquí es lo que voy.
When Manson first came out with Portrait of an American Family, he was definitely thought of as pretty shocking.
And then Mechanical Animals comes out with this song on it, I Don't Like the Drugs. The song kind of sounds like a half-assed version of Fame by David Bowie.
Oh, dude, you're not David Bowie. Give it up.
At first, he was such a maverick and such a freak. And now you've seen him so many times, you don't even care anymore.
I'm not even sure he does drugs. The song should be, I don't do the drugs, but I'd like you to believe I do the drugs, because then you'll like me.
Now he's just desperate to offend people. It's like, drugs? Drugs like me? Isn't someone going to boycott my concerts? Hello, Tipper Gore, it's Marilyn Manson. Yeah, could you please get offended?
Enough of the controversy. Think about girls, cars, beer. You're a metal guy.
In el Cruise Without You is possibly bad because there's a metal song that is like not about sex, it's not about drugs, it's not about rock and roll. Without you in my life, I slowly will die. Without you in my life, I slowly will die. You know, what is that? What's Motley Crue doing singing this song? I mean, who cares? It's the Crew, man. We start to feel good. Come on. Without you, sailor lost to sea. Sailor lost to sea. Sailors lost the sea. You would probably pull out his giant and paddle them to safety because you can move a lot of water with that thing.
This is clearly an awesomely bad metal song, but let's face it, you were out partying and this song came on and the lady wanted to rub up against you. You were thanking Motley Crue.
It's hard to imagine Motley Crue singing about true love, but Without You really shows that Motley Crue can love. They can love up to 14 groupies in an hour.
Al regresar.
In the song Breaking the Chains, Dokken details that a woman has left him, but she'll come crawling back, but he won't let her. John Dokken and his music seeks to liberate us all, and this song is like the shot in the arm you need to break the chains. It's more than just a song, for me at least.
Got this letter today from my baby who left me yesterday. Like, when did she mail this letter?
That's our U.S. Postal Service at work.
Dawkins' song, Breaking the Chains, was a metaphor for their lives. They had so many chicks, it's like, now I have to choose. Do I want the blonde with the big or do I want the big girl with the brown hair?
When he completed work on Breaking the Chains, Dokken must have felt like John Lennon. He must have felt like Gandhi, or at least Sting on a good day. So, Don Dokken, visionary, rocker, genius.
First there was Dave, and they were like party band. Then there was Sammy, and they were a big power ballad band. So now they're looking for their third lead singer. They could have had their pick of the litter, and they go with Gary Cherone. Why? He's a guy who did more than words.
Gary Cherone is really straining, because it sounds like he's trying to almost equal Sammy Hagar's power.
How can you follow David Lee Roth and Sammy Hagar? By being really loud!
This is overcompensation at its worst.
I'll tell you what it is. David Lee Roth is like Coke. He's an American original. Sammy Hagar is like Pepsi. A little sweeter. Gary Cherone is like RC.
Maybe we can work it out. And look, if you're talking about working it out, why don't you just work it out with David Lee Roth and have like a real Van Halen song?
You do have to respect Van Halen, though, for giving a new lead singer a chance. And, you know, Gary Cherone tried. He did try.
Ya se vienen ahora.
Quiet Riot, Party All Night. They obviously wrote it because they thought it was going to be like the heavy metal party anthem. That never happened. The only time you would hear the song at a party if everyone wanted you to leave.
He's a lampshade? What does that mean, he's a lampshade?
Is he talking about putting a lampshade on his head? Is he, like, so drunk that he thinks his head is a lampshade?
They don't sing Party All Night, they sing Party All Night.
You are not a British singer. You should not be pronouncing the word party.
I do have to hand it to these guys for finally performing a song that was not written by Suede. It's terrible, but at least they wrote their own song.
What's awesomely bad about Danzig Mother is Danzig himself. The Elvis meets Jim Morrison, the wildly overacting just really gets on your nerves.
Danzig's voice is kind of like Jim Morrison on steroids.
Mother, tell your children not to hold my hand. Does he think he's Satan or Michael Jackson?
I think it's kind of a bit of a downer to bring your mom into the metal song.
Mom is wholesome. Mom bakes apple pies. She doesn't belong in a badass metal song.
Well, he's not singing to his mother. He is taunting the parent of a young wench that he's about to violate with his Danzigness. Danzig's putting a warning out there. Listen up, Danzig's in town. I'm 5 foot tall and I'm a power punch of disaster.
If you had to judge it against the rest of his body of work, I would say it's a pretty bad song. Against the stuff on this list, it's Beethoven.
There are so many things wrong with the song. It's like they took a bunch of models, sent them to Pat Benatar's School of Rock, and suddenly you come up with Edge of a Broken Heart, and it's not metal.
That is kind of sad that Vixen was the only girl metal band.
And so, like, they had to sing about heartbreak.
Yeah,
they couldn't sing about being tough.
They start singing about relationships. What the hell is that all about? This is heavy metal.
Sing about blood and the devil or something, but God, don't sing about your heart.
That song was partly written by Richard Marx. What is he doing writing a metal song?
That's like Lionel Richie writing for Ozzy. It's not going to work.
It's hard to be credible when Richard Marx is co-writing your songs. He's not proper metal.
They really showed that women, just as easily as men, can make really, really bad metal songs.
En 1900
When the first line of your song is wrote a letter to MTV, you are not metal.
They're just so begging, like, please play our music, please put us on MTV.
What the sentiments basically say is, hey, play more heavy metal, please. Maybe something like Man of War. It's the most self-obsessed, self-absorbed, and self-serving song ever made by men in loincloths.
If Man of War had put a couple of more seconds thought into this song, they would have thought, like, maybe if everybody blows their speakers, that would sound crappy.
Okay, yeah, let me play your music and have to buy new speakers. Yeah, that's a good idea. Man of War.
Política.
It is so sentimental. Peace in our time and the Berlin Wall falling. But metal is not about peace and love. Metal is about death and war. Wind of Change, not metal.
It's kind of hard to rock out to a song called The Winds of Change. It's kind of hard to drive fast in your car and go like, the winds of change, dude.
Yeah, I don't think you should whistle during a metal song.
Man, can you just imagine that live, sold-out crowd?
Things have got to get better, my brothers.
Ooh, that's a dagger in my metal heart.
Hush now, don't you cry.
Queensryche.
Or has it just begun?
Queensryche were sort of known as the philosophers of metal. The problem is metal doesn't need philosophers.
We don't want to hear about personal inner toils. We want to hear about, like, banging on drums and, like, getting it with chicks and Satan and stuff, man. What is this?
Silent lucidity seems to mean quiet contemplation. That's the opposite of everything metal's about, which is loud chaos.
They're trying to get that Pink Floyd sound, but it's kind of like Magenta Floyd.
I can hear this song playing like in a planetarium. Jupiter's giant red spot. It's actually a huge cosmic storm.
Silent lucidity would be a great sort of meditation.
I think maybe it's about finding that tranquil, clear space.
I use it when I do yoga.
Silent lucidity.
If you call a song Silent Lucidity, you owe it to the audience to be silent and lucid. He's 0 for 2. No silence, no lucidity, and no rock.
Al continuar.
Whitesnake's Here I Go Again is an awesomely bad metal song because it is all about being a lone wolf, going out on your own, and that is just so cliche.
It's like guy power, man. Like, I'm dumping her, dude. It's over, man. Getting my guitar and I'm leaving. Let me get my hairspray.
Like a drifter, I was born to walk alone.
Here I go again, I'm a drifter. Nobody was believing that he was on his own. He was dating one of the hottest chicks in the world.
He was dating Tawny Katane. Damn, baby. He didn't leave her. I wouldn't leave her.
Here I go again on my own.
I have found better lyrics spelled out in a bowl of alphabet soup.
I am here to defend Whitesnake, and Here I Go Again is an awesome song, and I don't know why this song is on the awesomely bad song list, because Whitesnake rules, and so does this song. And I'm not being sarcastic either. I actually do love Whitesnake.
Britney Fox Girl School is an awesomely bad metal song because anytime anyone puts anything in a song that says broke all the rules, it's hack. The only rule they broke is by putting this song on a CD.
Dizzy's vocals are kind of a high-pitched scream, like a drunken cat getting his nuts stepped on.
Once again, here we go with rock stars talking about screwing little girls. This is not right, man.
If they came out with that song today, I think the FBI would be all over this.
Here's this line in Girl School where they rhyme school with ooh. It doesn't rhyme. Use the word cool, for God's sakes. It's a metal song.
She came over. That was cool. She played the fool, but no, they had to go with ooh.
I think if you think about her sexy image, you know, the way she wears those skirts, I mean, girl school is just such a natural topic for Britney.
Actually, it's Britney Fox.
Britney who?
Oh my goodie, look a chicken, keep your money, here's a ticket. Whirly spin.
Insane Clown Posse. Tilt-A-Whirl. The f is that? It's an awesomely bad metal song because it's about a tilt-a-whirl.
They're writing a song about a carnival ride that my 8-year-old nephew goes on. What's so threatening about that?
There could have been like a decapitating roller coaster, a deadly flume.
Nobody heard this song and then went to a carnival and saw the ride and go, I'm not going on there. Remember the Insane Clown Posse lyrics? I better stay away.
Spin until your soul leaves your body dead and cold. That's a wicked ride. That's got to be at least like 20 tickets.
I
think Tilt-A-Whirl was just scary enough to get people to stop buying albums by Insane Clown Posse, but that was it. And my guess is that's not what they were going for.
The sentiments expressed within it seemed a little somewhat self-serving. It's like there's a bunch of people over here starving to death, and you're going to help them. And you've written a song called We're Stars.
Look at us! We got a tour bus and a contract, and you got like a muffin! Yeah!
They're almost rubbing it in. We're the stars, not you.
We can be strong, we are fire and stone.
Ronnie James Dio got all these people together in a room. Rob Halford from Judas Priest, Vince Neil from Motley Crue, Jeff Tate from Queensryche.
A couple of the guys from Spinal Tap were in it, in character, and you're like, wait a minute, is this a parody? No, it's an actual benefit. They're serious.
I was on that hearing aid, and I think I kicked my own ass for doing it. The music really sucked.
Autograph, turn up the radio. How about turn off the radio?
Turn up the radio? What kind of rallying cry is that to turn up a knob on a radio?
Turn the radio on, see what I'm doing? There's a special effect here.
Woo! Rock and roll.
There are lyrics in the song which are, I wanna shake, I wanna dance. Okay? That's not metal. Those are lyrics from Sussudio, I think. They're ripping off Phil Collins.
Things go better with good rock, and Autograph didn't say anything about good rock.
Things that go better with rock are violence, sex, drugs, booze, none of which are mentioned in this song, by the way.
If I was in my car and Autograph came on and told me to turn the radio up, I think I might turn it down.
Al regresar. Why is Limp Bizkit's My Way an awesomely bad metal song? Do you have 5 hours?
First of all, my way or the highway. You know, it's not a very metal phrase.
You gotta be kidding me with that. It's gotta be the hackiest lyric of all time.
It's such a, like, cliched phrase. I mean, why doesn't he just write a song called A Stitch in Time? Or It Takes Two to Tango?
Fred Durst always comes across as a 10-year-old boy who wants ice cream.
He's basically might as well be saying, like, mine. I'm mine. No. It's like a Fred Durst whine-a-thon.
What are you complaining about, dude? You're loaded, got a billion red hats. Shut up.
Just one more fight about your leadership.
Fred Durst says in this song, now I'm pissed. Am I supposed to be scared of you now, Fred? Well, back off. Fred's pissed. Let's get out of here.
I gotta give Fred Durst credit. He's a chubby, bald guy who dresses like he has a paper route, and he still bangs tons of hot chicks. That's his way. I want to find out about it.
no crying in metal, you big makeup school. No crying.
We need to be tougher in metal. He's just being a wussy. Get over it.
I'm nobody's fool, and you're gonna be sorry.
Tom Kiefer's vocals in this song are really way too much. He goes overboard with it.
That high-pitched rasp is like nails screeching down a blackboard.
A lot of people don't like that sound.
If your band is called Cinderella and your power ballad is Nobody's Fool, it's like weak plus weak equals not metal at all.
Wait by White Lion is an awesomely bad metal song because he's begging a girl not to leave. What a
Now that was a little ass band. They lost their in some terrible accident somewhere along the line.
When metal guys start doing Gosh, I Really Miss You, it's not metal anymore. Leave that for Richard Marx and Bryan Adams.
The thing that always bothered me is the way that Mike Tramp sings the word love.
I'm not sure that he's actually saying love.
Like, I don't know what love is.
It sounds like he says the word love the exact way his vocal teacher taught him to. Don't say love, say love. It's more dramatic.
Generaciones que...
I think the most awesomely bad thing about Everything About You by Ugly Kid Joe is Whitfield Crane's whiny, nasally voice. If you're gonna sing about hating something, growl, scream, sound like you want to kill the thing you hate.
He sings about hate, but in a voice that says bubblegum, love, rainbows, puppies.
He's a surf kid. He lives on a beach in California. Why do you hate everything?
He hates sunshine, the weather, sex.
I think sex is overrated too.
Sex is overrated? That's where I draw the line right there.
Are they kidding? I thought the whole point was to get laid.
Create a metal song because you're down with the devil or, you know, you've got real rage. It's not about breaking up, definitely not.
Maybe the song will be cool like on, you know, Breakup Mixtapes Volume 50.
Stryper, honestly, is awesomely bad because there's no place for the Lord in metal.
Let me rock you, God. I don't think I could get into that ever.
You just can't sing these positive songs about heaven and Jesus. It's supposed to be about Satan. We worship the devil, damn it. That's why everybody hates metal, and that's why we like it.
Christian bands rarely want to come out and use the word Jesus. They make it kind of vague. Are they singing about Jesus? Or are they singing about a girl?
Jesus, I'm all for Jesus, but I don't want to hear about it in a metal song.
What kind of God would let such a song even be written? How could he let this happen to us?
I happen to have a Stryper Bible with me, and I'm going to swear on it that honestly is the wussiest song ever.
Al regresar. 17 is where it went all bad for Winger.
I guess the title Statutory Rape was taken.
There's something truly repulsive about Kip Winger.
He's this 30-something-year-old guy who wants to get with this 17-year-old girl. The guy should be in jail.
When a 19-year-old is after a 17-year-old, fine. When your dad is after a 17-year-old, call someone.
This song, it may contain one of the most bizarre compliments in the history of rock lyrics.
What a great metaphor. She's a magic mountain. Magic mountain? She's a leather glove. She keeps him warm, and she goes on amusement park rides with him. And that's his idea of a perfect relationship.
Kip Winger is basically saying, go out and get yourself some statutory rape. But if that's all you can sing about, it's just boring to me.
El heavy...
Unskinny Bop is an awesomely bad metal song because no self-respecting metal song would have the word bop in it. I mean, what are they? The Hanson Brothers?
Unskinny Bop? What is that? That's not a metal song. Metal song is like Satan!
Metal songs should never bop. They can pummel you, they can rock the house, but never bop.
I think Unskinny Bop would make an amazing Broadway musical. I could see the Unskinny Bop dancers making large type kicks. I think it could be tremendous.
I don't really understand why it's unskinny. Is it in the dictionary? Come on, Brett. Do better than that.
Why unskinny? I think this song is ungood.
You capture the Midwest with a song like that. People who shop at Walmart go, Unskinny Bop, what does it mean? I don't know, man, but ooh.
If you were to ask me that question right now, if you could have dinner with anybody, living or dead, who would it be? I would say Bret Michaels. Simply so I could say, dude, what is Unskinny Bop? I want to know.
Buenos años en todo
Forever by Kiss. It's Kiss. Blood spitting, tongue down to here, fire breathing Kiss. And they do a song called Forever. And it's so sensitive and sweet.
I don't think anyone bought Kiss singing about true love. Gene Simmons claims he had sex with 3,000 women. But now these guys are singing about being in this beautiful monogamous relationship for the rest of their lives. Doesn't wash. Not Kiss.
It doesn't represent Kiss. Gene Simmons is the biggest animal out there. He's with 10 chicks a day. He's not settling down with anybody.
One thing that's really important to point out is it was co-written by Michael Bolton. Michael Bolton.
Michael Bolton, he's not a card-carrying member of the heavy metal society at all. Just because he had a mullet doesn't make him metal.
Hope you learned your lesson, Kiss.
Cherry Pie is an awesomely bad metal song because they really take using food as sexual innuendo to a new level.
Cherry Pie, see, he's trying to be slick, pie, pie.
The lyrics to this song recall Lick My Love Pump by Spinal Tap. It's single entendres all the way.
All right, guys, we get it. We get what you're trying to tell us here.
He's definitely referring to a woman, down there.
Do we need another song about a girl's stuff? No.
Yeah.
If there's a worse metaphor for sex than food, it's sports. And they're going to give you both in one song.
If I was trying to get a girl, I would not use lyrics like, I mixed up the batter and she licked the beater to win her over. I don't think that would work somehow.
I think that it would have been a better song if they'd used a different dessert, like tiramisu.
What's wrong with a banana cream pie? A coconut pie? I like custard.
Yo. Europe, the Final Countdown is awesomely bad because of the keyboard at the beginning. It's one of those riffs that gets stuck in your head for like a week and you can't get it out.
Just like burn into your brain like a dentist drill. I want to punch myself in the face for even making that noise.
Keyboards have no place in metal. That was the first mistake Europe made, the last mistake Europe made.
I dare you to tell me what the this song is about.
The song, I think, is about space shuttle taking off or something.
I guess it's about outer space and stuff.
I'm not quite sure what the Final Countdown is referring to. It might have been the final countdown to Europe's career.
It appears as though Europe would like to be rocketed into space, which I think is a great idea. I would get behind that 100%.
Where'd they come up with that? What's the basis of that? Venus, you can't even land on Venus. It's a gas planet.
It's like if you were to go swimming in the ocean and a jellyfish attached itself to your leg and it just kept stinging you over and over again. That's the pain I get from this song.
Please bring Iron Maiden out here to just whip these guys' asses now.
The countdown has been finalized. And Europe, congratulations, you guys have done it. You're #1, Europe. Hooray!